You think you're in control, don't you? You think an upset is just a moment. But in that moment, you give away more than you know. Today, we'll learn to keep it. Practice the small pause and watch how life reshapes around your steadiness. There is a quiet kind of leaking that happens when you react. A snapped reply, a sleepless replay, the urge to prove a point. Each reaction spends attention, momentum, and presence. It feels immediate, like relief, and that is why it is tempting. But feel the cost, the thread that grows in your chest, the hours wasted, the unsettlement that lingers. This is not a judgment, it is a pattern. You are not broken. You are habitual. Your triggers are simple: wounded pride, the need to be right, fear of being seen as weak, or the dread of being ignored. Name one now, in your mind, and you will recognize it. That small trigger is where you leak energy. That small trigger is where you can begin to change. The place you defend is often the place you lose time. Control starts where the habit meets awareness, and awareness is always the first small power. The world around you encourages spikes. Social feeds reward outrage, meetings reward immediacy, group dynamics reward taking sides. It is not evil, it is a system, fast, loud, designed for short attention. When everyone leans into the spike, calm looks like absence, and silence can be read as weak. That is the trap. Tension systems, noisy groups, and habit loops all amplify your reflexes. Yet environment is not destiny. The same systems that reward reaction also create predictable opportunities to step back. When others escalate, there is clarity in staying steady. When the noise rises, your calm becomes a kind of influence that does not demand attention. That quiet steadiness clears space for better choices. You do not need permission to slow down. You simply need the small habit that will change your relationship to the noise around you. Psychology gives us simple, usable labels, not to complicate, but to guide practice. First, the response window. A reaction is nearly always impulsive within seconds. A response is chosen after a pause. Second, labeling. When you name the feeling, this is irritation, this is hurt, it reduces its intensity. Third, reappraisal. You can reinterpret an event so it stops owning your nervous system. Consider the emotional margin, the space between stimulus and action. More margin equals more options. These are not tricks. They are mechanics you can practice. Pause, name, then choose. Practice builds the margin. The philosophy is quiet. Influence begins inside. Stable inner state, steady outer choices. That is the responsible path to influence and presence. Pause, one breath, name what you feel. Then choose. Pause, breathe, label, choose. Repeat this small phrase until it lands inside your body. When you want to reply, mentally say, pause, observe, decide. Do that phrase 3 times in silence. The repetition creates a tiny ritual that slows your system. Try this micro-experiment. Next time you are provoked, set a mental timer for 10 seconds. Count slowly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Notice how the urge softens. 10 seconds is enough to change a conversation. Reframe the incident as data, not a verdict. They said that becomes, I observed that observe rather than own the meaning. When you convert a story into data, it stops being a personal attack and becomes information you can use. Use the traffic light in your head. Red, stop. Amber, breathe. Green, act with clarity. Imagine the light until it becomes automatic. Practice the light until it is a mild reflex. Repeat, I am someone who chooses my state. Say it quietly to yourself, like a small hinge that swings the moment. Identity precedes action. Small identity shifts build new behavior. Before sending a message, read it aloud in your head. If any sentence contains the word prove or correct, wait again. Sent messages shape future reality more than unsent feelings. Picture a lake. A pebble hits the surface, ripples spread, then the lake returns to glass. You are not the pebble, you are the lake. Watch the ripples, let them pass. Practice one micro exercise per day. 10 seconds. The traffic light, the pause and label. These are small, repeatable acts that reclaim your momentum. Repeat them until they become a mild, reliable reflex. Each repetition trains your nervous system to respond, not react. Small practices yield steady results over days and weeks. Choose the smallest option you can do today, and then do it again tomorrow. You practiced a small pause. You named a feeling. You chose differently once. That single decision matters more than force. The new identity is simple: a person who honors the moment and chooses response. Hold this image: a steady light in a noisy room. A small lantern that does not shout, but that helps you see the steps ahead. Carry that light into the next tense exchange. Practice the light, not the fight. That is your seal.com intentional present. A brief pause now. Breathe with me. In, 2, 3, out. If this landed, bookmark the routine. 10-second pause. Label, choose. Try one micro-experiment today, gently. If you want guided prompts and short exercises like these, stay for the next video. Quietly, practice once today. Take a daily 2-minute check-in, each morning or each night, whichever you will keep. Sit quietly, eyes lowered, breathe twice, and ask 3 short questions. What triggered me yesterday without judgment? What small pause did I miss, and what was the cost? What is one tiny practice I will do today? 10 seconds, the traffic light, or a quiet anchor phrase. Write 1 sentence. No more. Keep it factual. I paused once and saved a tense reply. Or, I forgot the pause and replayed the moment. This small record trains attention. It creates feedback, and it grows your margin. When you notice a pattern, celebrate the smallest change. A small pause is progress. A withheld reply is progress. The brain rewards repetition. Use that. Make practice boring, predictable, and gentle. Habits form fastest when they feel safe. Prepare 1 microscript for high-stakes moments. Example: pause, breathe. Name it, decide. Keep the script on a sticky note or a phone lock screen reminder. Read it once before a difficult conversation. Over time, the script will move from paper to body. Finally, be patient. Change is accumulation, not drama. A steady light dims the loudest noise, slowly, persistently. Keep the practice, 1 small pause at a time.